What's up? This is Ryan.
Hey, and this is Michael. Welcome to another episode of All Day Unpacked.
So, we are going to be talking about a few things that are happening right now. There's a ton going on, but one of the most important things that is happening, people are talking about in the Discord, people are talking about it everywhere, is the new app. And we don't have a ton of experience with it. We've got a little bit, but we did want to talk about it. You've actually got access to it at this point. I don't. But
Well, you didn't sign up for it, so yeah, that's part of
Yeah,
it.
I'm
But
kind of, yeah, basically I don't know how to sign up for anything. So yeah, at this point you can sign up for it, but let's just talk about just general thoughts that you have on the app thus far, just from like the 20 minutes you've spent on it.
so yeah, it reminds me a lot of the Top Shot app. If anybody's ever used that or has any familiarity with that, we tried to do a screen share with this. It's just been a nightmare trying to get it to do that, just because it's on. It's not a normal app that just runs. It's actually on this thing called Test Flight. So you have to have like a special thing enabled on your phone to do it. I'll kind of show it around here, but you can see it's again, it's a lot like Top Shot. You've got like packs up top, like the drops and stuff like that that you can go
Sure.
through. Then you've got some moments that you can buy. What I like though is that they've got like all the challenges in here. So there's like the burn challenge. There's all the new challenges, so you can go through those and do those. Then you've got like kind of some of the like the blog, not the well, yeah, kind of the blog posts.
Sure.
Um, so that, and then a few other things. There's the Chad Johnson blog post, the community, link
Right.
to the Discord. Then you get to the end. So then from there you can get into your like collection. You can see what's in your collection. There's a notifications tab. I haven't received any notifications yet, but I would
Okay.
assume that would be like if your moment sells or if something happens there.
Correct. Correct.
And then you got a profile page where it just shows you like kind of who you are, how many moments you have, if you have any unopened packs, things like that. So again,
Is there an
reminds me of
easy
the
way
Top
to
Shot app.
show everybody your moments at this point?
Let's see. There's like a kind of a there's like a list of moments, right? So then if I tap a moment,
Right.
like it comes up and here's my Mike Gesicki, which is nice. It's like a decent size of the
Sure.
video, shows me the moment, gives me
hmm
all the stats on it. So
Is there any like what was that thing through Apple called Cover Flow where you can kind of just flip through them and be like, here they are?
I'll check in a second, but still kind of cool. It's like it's got all the stuff in there, so
Sure.
nice that. No, it does not. It doesn't
Okay.
have that like cover flow. It's got. Let's see here. Oh, I take that back. It does have cover flow. Wait, no. Hmm. Okay, so it's kind of like TikTok. It's like for instance, so it does have cover flow. So you can go here, full screen video.
Yep.
I'm sorry for the glare. Then I swipe up, then there's Brian Burns and then his video. So this
Okay.
is pretty cool right here. Like I like this. This is it's a full screen video of the play. You can flip between them. You can oop,
So these are your moments though.
these are my personal moments I'm looking at right
Got
now.
it. Got
So
it.
I own Mike. So spoiler alert, I have a Mike Gesicki and a Brian Burns. Watch
Woo.
out, everybody. I know
Yeah.
it's uh it's
Now, without getting in the weeds too much, is there a way to kind of like, let's say you wanted to show somebody all of your Bengal moments? Is there like ways to do things such as that, or is it kind of just like, like on the, like a desktop, it's just like a
yep.
smorgasbord of everything?
So there's filters here again.
Oh,
There's
okay.
filters here again. So I could come down here to the teams. I could pick the teams,
Okay.
pick all my Bengals moments, and show you those.
Okay.
So it's um,
So
you
there's
know,
just filters for it.
yep. So if I hit like Bengals and show moments, what's kind of cool though is it's like I can so it goes straight into the cover flow here, right? So
Right.
oh man, this
Don't
glare.
worry about that. I mean, we get the idea.
And then I can just flip into my next moment. It's going to show
Right.
that. So it's really cool. I think there's a lot of like I like this is what they need to be doing more of. Like this kind of
Right.
stuff makes it look good. The video's a little distorted. Like I'm looking at this T Higgins uncommon right now. He looks a little tall, a little
Okay.
stretched, but again, I'm sure they're working on it and stuff.
Sure.
Not all the moments seem to be distorted, so it's just a few.
Just
But
specialty Higgins.
yeah, so like this, like here's a Jesse Bates Super Bowl one. That one's not distorted. It's
Right.
Stafford scrambling here in this glare and throwing down, and oh, he got picked. All right. So anyway,
Right
um,
on.
so yeah, so I gotta say, I first impression is I like it.
Mm-hmm.
What I really like is like I like that cover flow. I like the ability to you can go and you can look at your moments. If you just want to look at kind of like more of like the detailed view like this, where you can just see each moment like this. You can kind of
Okay.
scroll through and see your Bengals moments there, and then as you click into them, it like pulls up the moments. So
Got it.
um,
Okay.
yeah, it's not
So it
bad at
sounds
all
like
actually.
they've done something good here.
I I would say that the app is a positive. Now, what'll be I'll be really curious about, I have not tried this yet, would be to do some of the challenges on
Sure.
the app and see how those work and such. So I'll probably give it a try. The only thing I'll say is that the one thing that did strike me is it says new on all day, Kraft, Steve McNair, and Derek Brooks and Thurman Thomas, which was a Kraft from like almost 2 years ago.
So it's still in
Um,
beta.
so it's still in beta. So not a big deal, but
Yeah.
overall impressions are very positive.
Got it.
So
Well, at least hey, at
like
least the whole product's out of beta. We're now dealing with an app that's in beta
yeah, exactly. So
because those days were rough.
yep, exactly.
Cool. All right. So
So
that kind of takes care of the app. So today is Wednesday. We're gonna put this out Thursday morning.
yep.
And tomorrow morning is the pack drop. Now, my understanding of the pack drop is that there are, let's see, there is a
There's
legendary
three.
pack. There
Yep.
is a like a premium pack, I guess you would call it.
Yep.
And then is there like a what is it, an
A hot
uncommon?
route. A
Oh, the
hot route.
hot. So is that uncommons or what is that?
Uncommons, yeah. So there's some new uncommons being dropped. Not a ton, but like I want to say it's maybe like 15, 13 maybe
Okay.
or so. And
And
it's
they're
a
part of
some
what set? Do you know?
gosh, what's it called? In the stadium or something. It's like
Oh, like something with the show, right?
yeah, something. I
Okay, I remember
gosh.
that one. Yeah, we talked about that before.
Yeah, so it's a new kind of uncommon set, so it'll be
Okay.
something different. They're also in some of the other packs. So what's interesting to me though is the legendary packs that used to be $9.99 are now
Yep.
dropped down to five ninety nine.
I thought you said
Um,
549.
is it 549? Maybe that's what it is then. Yeah,
Let me double check here, see if I can come up with this.
it is five
I've
forty
been
nine.
tasked with one thing. Let's see if I can get. Oh, you checking right now?
Yeah.
Hot routes are $9. 549 for on the rise dynamic legendaries.
Yep.
And then 74 for on the rise dynamic premium.
Correct.
So
Which
let's see.
I
Oh, go ahead.
gotta say, I love, love, love the fact that they did this. Like it is, um, I mean that like not only that, but it's like in the old $999 legendary packs, you got a legendary, and then you got two, um, two more, kind of rares. That was your guarantee. Now
Mm-hmm.
some packs would have a third rare, and some packs would actually have a second legendary.
Okay.
This and in these packs, you're getting one guaranteed legendary, and then you are getting four more moments that are going to be rare or higher. So you're at
Rare
least
or
getting
higher?
rare or higher. So you have a 10% chance of getting a double legendary pack. So you're getting more. You're getting more moments. You're getting more rares. You're getting it. You're guaranteed legendary, and it's $450 less than the last packs. So you know
What does that say though? I mean, that
it
must.
says yeah, it says that they realize that the market is a bit saturated, and that if you want to move this product, you're going to have to drop down the price a bit. So I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great. I'm for like if this pack would
Yeah.
have been $9.99, I would have been like, But at $5.49, I'm like, man, that's a great price because you can get a Puka Nakua, you can get an H an Achan or Achan
Mm-hmm.
Achan. You can get an Achan. I mean, there's some decent ball players in there. For you, Jacksonville, I want to say there's a Josh Allen in there. Josh Allen,
Right.
legendary, dynamic
Jake
moment.
Bobo. I think I saw his
Yeah.
name.
I think, no, Bobo's just got an uncommon moment. Bobo
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
have a,
Oh, he did. Okay. Okay.
so,
Yeah.
So, yeah, so dynamic moments are like, so Will Levis, Kyler Murray, Zach Wilson is in this drop.
I
So
mean,
you can
he probably,
get a Zach, a guy who's one of the guys that's in here. It's not a debut, it's not a rookie, but Brandon Ayuk, who's been playing really well this season.
yeah.
Back to rookies though. Tank Dell, he's an awesome rookie. That'll be one that's really sought after. Rashee Rice, Jaden Reed, Gus Edwards, Deontay Johnson, Alvin Kamara, DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor. Then back to rookies, Brian Branch and Devon. Here's another good rookie, Devon Weatherspoon.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And then you got a Jalen Ramsey, Chris Jones, Josh Allen, Deron Bland. So that rounds it out. So there's 20. And since we're kind of talking about this drop, what's that?
There's a lot of legendaries that are going to be in this.
Yeah, there's 20.
Are you sure it's 20?
Yeah, I'm looking right here at the list.
It looks like more than that. Maybe I'm reading something wrong here.
I'm looking at the list right here.
That's 20?
That's
I
20.
see Murray, London, Pitts, Gus Edwards, Mark Andrews.
London. No. So in these packs, London is a legendary from before.
Oh, they've got existing ones. Okay, so the new ones.
So yeah.
Got it. But okay, so that's how they're doing this.
Yep. And I saw in the Discord actually a couple of the guys. So there was a drop already, or not a drop, but if you owned an entire legendary set of, like, let's say Rookie Revelations or one of those like kind of legendary sets, you had a chance to buy a pack for $5.49. So, and people have already ripped those. So I've seen a few people who have, I saw a guy who pulled a Puka. There was two guys who pulled double legendaries. One of the guys who pulled the double legendaries, though, he pulled, a legendary from this drop and then a legendary from one of the prior drops.
Okay.
So they're all mixed in there.
Mm-hmm.
Looks interesting, but I really got to say I'm very intrigued by what they did with the playbook around this, where if you collect all 20 rares, everybody who does that gets a share of $5,000, and not just cash, but in Dapper credit, and then
they get a share of it.
They get a share of it.
Oh, okay.
So there's $5,000 out there. If I'm the only person that collects all 20 rares, I get all $5,000. But if me and 99 other people do it, and it's 100, then we all get $50. So it will depend on how many people complete the challenge. And then if you want to go even beyond that, if you collect all 20 legendaries, you get a share of $10,000.
I didn't realize it was a share of that.
It's a share of that.
That makes me. I was going to say they're giving out that much. I mean, I understand to get all those legendaries would be expensive, but I couldn't believe that they were giving out that much per. It's a share.
No, it's a share of that money. But how many people are going to buy all 20 legendaries and 20 rares? Because, I mean, that's a pretty. Yeah, I'd say there's probably like 5. I mean, there's Kookaburra, there's Jay Weezy, there's that Vikes fan guy. There's a couple other big ballers up there, and again, that's a big. I mean, I don't know if they're I don't know if those guys have collected all of the dynamic legendaries up to this point. So
sure,
the incentive is there. It's a cool incentive, but this could be one of those things where it's only 1 or 2 people. So you never know. I mean, or someone might just decide to just go for it. And I mean, because at the end of the day, let's say that $10,000 prize. Let's say like these legendaries, if the packs are going for $5.49, I can't. Let's say the packs are going for like $650, maybe $700 in the aftermarket. Okay. So to get all 20, you spend an average of $600 per legendary, right?
Okay.
That would put you at $12,000.
Uh-huh.
So $12,000, and let's say if you and 2 other people get all of them, that would give you roughly $3,300, $3,333, right? So
Okay.
that's $3,000 off of your 12. I mean, that's still a pretty expensive buy, and that puts you down to 9. So this is really one of those
Right.
things where it's like, if it's just like you and one other guy, then you could have maybe bought those legendaries for half price. Basically, you're getting a 50%
Sure.
refund. So again, I don't know how many people are going to do it. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see. But I like what they're doing. They're like, here's the thing: we asked them to stop being boring and to start trying new stuff.
Yep.
Praise the Lord, they did it. Like
Yeah.
I don't care if
Yep.
you and I can't do this, but what I
I
like
agree.
is that they're just doing new stuff. And another thing, you and I on a prior episode we talked about, let's take the playbooks and let's chop them up. Let's chop them up by collect, by predict, and by burn. And I don't know if they're watching this shit or if we just got that lucky, but that is exactly how they chopped it up this week. So there are 3 playbooks now. There's a predict, and I gotta say this, they fucking nailed this. Like, it's not perfect, but man, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Because here's what they did: they took the predict playbook, and you predict, and if you get yards, you get a share of 2,500 Dapper bucks at the end. So everybody who gets all the predictions right gets a
Okay.
share of 2,500 Dapper bucks to spend. That's
Okay.
perfect. Because if let's say I have 5 moments, I can participate in this challenge. I don't need
Yep.
like, you don't need the moments. If you know football, you get out there, you
Yep.
participate, you get a share of that, you buy some more moments. That's exactly how you should incentivize the people who are making predictions. You give them money to spend on your product. Nailed it. Then you
Yep.
got the collect section. Collect section, the reward is more road to 100 mints. So you get, that's where you earn your new moments. And
Yep.
they got a Devonta Smith, a Cole Kmet in there, which will be interesting because that's his debut. I forgot who the middle guy is now, but again, like, that's collectors. That's what they want. They want to say, here's what I got. Here's my collection. Give me more. Give me more guys.
Okay.
So perfect. And then you got the burn challenge, and there's a chance to burn to get a legendary. But man, there are some. It's that one is the most like kind of wild westy out there one, because it's like you got to, like, in the Chiefs Eagles game, you've got to burn debut moments from players who do things. So it's like, you know, AJ Brown's debut, that's like an $80 moment. Travis
Right.
Kelsey's debut, I believe, is a legendary. Like, think about, it's so like these players that could be doing these things. You got, or Devonta Smith, his debut is a legendary.
Legendary. Yep.
Yeah. So it's like there could be potential burns where you'd have to burn a legendary to try to get a shot at a legendary. So the end prize is however many people do these burns, there's a pack at the end. There's 25 legendaries. So if once it goes over 25, you're no longer guaranteed a legendary.
Okay.
So but again, I fucking like this. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like,
Right.
much better. Like, especially off the back of the playbook that just ended. Playbook just ended. Look, whether or not you got something out of it, I mean, you and I didn't get like great prizes out of it, and that's fine.
No.
But we participated and had
Yeah.
fun, and
Yeah.
it
I
was
thought that was.
awesome.
I thought the 4 week thing was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, and what's even greater is that if you like, what they posted was like, enjoy the next couple of weeks because there's going to be another playbook coming. So there's another playbook coming this season. Perfect. I have to say that, like, as down as I was on this product, like kind of in the beginning, the first few weeks of the season, the
Sure.
flooding of the market, things are starting to pick up. Like, their hearts are in the right place. The
Yes.
execution isn't perfect, but we're getting closer. So
Yes. I agree. I think that they're doing the right thing.
yeah,
I did think that maybe it felt like the burn challenge and the what was it? The what's it's the burn
collect or
the
predict.
I think it's the collect.
Yeah,
I think those two seemed like they were pretty high stakes. Now again, like I feel like maybe they could have made one of them really high stakes, and
I don't
maybe
think the
like
collect is high stakes, because if you look at it, it's, you pretty much can get, you get the first 2 moments by just owning commons, uncommons, and rares.
okay,
It's not
maybe I'd have to
that
take a
that last moment to get to 100 yards, that's where you may have to have like a legendary or two. So,
Okay. Okay.
um,
I thought it was a little bit more steep than that, but
no,
no, I mean,
I had, yeah,
yeah, I completely agree with you. I think the fact that they're trying new things, they're thinking outside the box, great. And you know, like the other thing that they're kind of doing, and I think they did this during Playbook, is that they would randomly throw in like these Dapper Buck challenges, and I don't remember what those were called, but again, that was just like more of them kind of just saying, "Surprise, here's another one," and it's like, again, more of that is wanted.
yep. And I think that that's exactly what they're doing with like this pack drop one, where it's, again, it's interesting. It's some of the people who get negative. It's like they say it from this perspective where it's like they feel like they should be participating in every single challenge, and I don't think
Sure,
that's the case. It's like not every challenge is going to be for you. I am probably not going to participate in the burn playbook because I don't like I don't know. Maybe I'm just
you're a
like old
collector.
school. Yeah, I'm a collector. I don't like burning moments unless it's like I guarantee like if I'm gonna burn 5 moments, I better be getting like 10 back. Or I don't want to burn moments like
Just to
like
burn.
in yeah. So like in the pro playbook, like I burn some commons. Like that's
Sure.
different. But like this is like rares, and I mean burning a legendary is like, oof, man, that this like gives me angst.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I'm not about I don't like burning rares either. Like, yeah, obviously commons are fine, but I mean, even with
yeah,
commons, it's like sometimes it's like when you start burning up like these debut commons from like the first series, it's like there's only going to be so many of these, and they're gonna start to get like cut down. I feel like Joe Burrow, like his debut moment is a common from the first series. I feel like they should do a hella burn on that. And they should do something where you got to burn like 10 or 15 of those and you get like like some super like whatever, maybe a legendary or something like that. I would love to see them burn up the supply of that one, and I'd love to
yeah,
see them burn up the supply of Tom Brady's debut.
yeah. And I think Jamar Chase, Stephon
They
Diggs,
did Jamar
Josh
Chase
Allen.
just recently. He was part of
I
that. Yeah.
He was, but I'm saying burn more. Like I'm
Yeah.
here's it's at
Justin
the end of the
Jefferson as
day,
well.
yeah, Justin Jefferson and a lot of those guys have had burns already around their
Mm,
moments, but the thing is this is like it's a small user base. Like in the way I see it right now is like constrict that supply because at the end of the day, if this thing does take off, great. You just made all the people who were here from day one a lot
right.
more money.
It's not
So
even that. It's just, I mean, you kind of like made their collection kind of, I don't want to say
special.
cooler special.
Yeah.
It's like you've got some of the originals, and it's like, I think the more they kind of burn some of the excess off the top, it'll make those original ones like people will like, again, once you make those first few series, like when people are like, that one's worth like so much money, it's like, then people will say, well, I want to get the next series or get that. It just builds up that like that envy that like people just want a piece of the
Yeah.
action because they want to maybe try and go back and get some of the old ones or something like that. It's again, I mean, everybody talks about scarcity, but again, it just, I think taking like Joe Burrow, the writing is on the wall that he's going to be a dude. He's going to be around
Yeah.
for a while and he's going to be really good. So like him, Justin Jefferson, burn up some of those and get those numbers way down. And I think that'll help.
Yeah. So I got to ask you this. I know that you're also a crypto guy.
Yep.
So what are you thinking? The market, I mean, the crypto market has been awesome lately. Like it's been a great 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Flow is up around 71 cents. It's up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even
Its
doing,
ranking is up like that. Like it used to be ranked like number 70, 80, something like that. It's up in like the 50s now.
yeah, it's 55 and it's the market cap just pushed over 1 billion. So we just saw Flow's market cap hit over 1 billion. We just saw
Yep.
them sign an agreement with Disney to do those pins
Star
for the
Wars.
moments there. Yeah, yeah, so Disney. So it's going to be Disney, Star Wars, Marvel. They have that whole they own all that. So
Yeah.
um, I thought that was some pretty good news. When I saw the Disney pin thing, I thought that was good news just because that's a whole new market, a whole
Yeah.
new thing to bring in to help support Dapper and just like or Flow and Dapper and the
Yeah.
ecosystem and just keep it going. But Man, I'll tell you what, I love seeing crypto go up. Do you think I mean, I know that we talk football, but I think this is important
Yeah.
to the user base, which is,
Yep.
you think that bull run's about to start?
Here's what I think. I think that we're hitting it like a little bit of a bull run. I think we're going to see like a pullback though. And I don't know if it's a permanent pullback, but I think that,
Yeah.
when things go up like that, they usually come back down a little bit and then they start, it's like, we've all seen the
If
charts. If they come down a little bit and then they go back up. So the whole
correct,
thing is,
every
I think,
bull run, it like you exactly like you said, it goes
right,
up, down, back up, down. It's like, so there's,
right.
yeah,
So I think like, again, we talk about loading kind of the coffers on like these moments and things like that. I think if you believe in the product, again, now would be a chance that like, flow is like at 70 some cents. I would think that it might get back down into like the 50s and 60s again. That would be a great chance to get back in there and buy a bunch. And,
yeah,
yeah, like, again, when this thing first came out, flow, it's probably not going to go back to there, but it was like a 30 or $40 thing.
was it
You
really
know,
that high?
it was. There's people
Wow,
who owned it at like 30, $40, I believe.
gosh, I did not realize it got that high.
I don't know how long it was that high, but yeah, it was. I've looked at it. It was up there, which is, but needless to
I
say,
mean, yeah,
again, you know, uh, I'm kind of digressing a little bit, but it's like the housing market. Again, you remember in 2008, you couldn't give a house to a person. And now you look at the housing market now. And again, I look at crypto as kind of the same thing. It's like right now, people are like, if I try to give them, they're giving away flow right now. It's like they're giving away and people are like,
yeah,
okay, I'll take some flow, right? But, maybe 2 years from now, you'd be like, people just fighting over flow. It's just
yeah.
like,
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. By the way, I pulled up the chart here just to take a peek, and it doesn't look like it quite hit 40, but it looks like it spiked up into the high 30s
sure.
in kind of that May of 2021 range. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was 33.64 ish. I mean, good God. I mean, can you imagine? And it's $1 right now. So you have the.
It's not even a dollar. Yeah.
I mean, let's just round up
Yeah.
though and say it's $1.
Yeah.
You got at least a 30x on the table if this just gets back to the original where it was at when it started. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of room to run here. Anyway, we're not a
There
crypto
is.
show, but
No,
it
we're not,
is,
but it is kind of
it's the
tied in the whole.
underlying, yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
and we're talking
So,
about flow, which is directly related to this product. So I think that yes, and again, here's the other angle of it is that if you buy flow at a really cheap rate right now, you can take
yeah,
that and turn that into Dapper bucks later. So that's kind of a way to kind of leverage yourself and get in there and
for future, yeah.
for future moments. So
Do you own some
again,
flow?
I do, I
Yeah,
do.
I do too. I was just curious if you,
Yeah,
I
I
assumed you
don't have
do.
a like a boatload of it, but I've
Yeah,
got enough of it. But I've been
yeah,
buying it
I
pretty
got a
low.
little
So
bit. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I remember buying flow when it was like 40, 50 cents.
that's where
So
I got it at. Yes,
yeah,
but
nice.
again,
Well,
yeah, yeah,
good to see that going up, and
yeah, and let's hope
love to see yeah,
yeah, let's hope it keeps going up. And again, if it stops for a while, that doesn't mean it's dead in the water. And man,
yeah. No, I
I just
wouldn't
had
buy it now when it's up. I would wait, like you said. There's going to be a pullback, so when you see the market dip,
yeah,
that's your time to enter, and
right,
that's a
right,
great time to get in and buy some flow. So
right. And again,
if
just to
that's
get
your
off
thing,
and to get off track, how about Solana? Holy fuck!
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a
so
Solana owner, so that's been a pleasing thing for me. It's up like 50, 60% over the last
it's
week.
insane. But we won't
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yep.
Let's see. So did we ever figure out who actually won the playbook? Um, the 4 week challenge thing, like who won the whatever, like the leaderboards, I guess.
Yeah. So let me pull that up really quick. It
I'm
was
guessing
taken.
Kookaburra probably won one of them.
There was some like a bunch of stuff with the there was a bunch of weird stuff going on with the pro leaderboard today, where the yards weren't getting counted, and so I
Huh?
I don't believe the yards are still counted actually, because
Okay,
I'm looking at the pro leader book, and I'm seeing my personal stuff, and it's not, the
it's not
numbers
right.
aren't right. Mm-mm.
Okay, okay.
So all
So let's
pro, I'm looking at the all pro, and right now it looks it looks to me like number one is going to be Jay Weezy just because he's got 940, and then Vikes Fan 4 has 940, and then the next closest would be Matty Ice with 925, and then Laro with 915, Kookaburra with 900. So
Hmm.
that looks like that rounds out the top five right there.
Got it.
Um, a few more players there, but the numbers kind of drop off. It's not quite like it wasn't as tight. The pro book is a lot tighter just because it's easier versus having to burn so much. So
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if the leaderboard for the all pro kind of shakes out like as is. The
Got
pro
it.
one, I don't think the pro one's been settled yet.
Okay. Okay. Um,
So
let's talk about the value of the uncommons. The value of the uncommons has been, for lack of a better term, it's been shit.
yeah,
They really haven't held value at all. But I noticed as of today, um, a few of those guys have gone up. Now I've seen CJ Stroud has been way up. I don't even, how many CJ Strouds are there? Because
well,
didn't they do that
so
thing where they only released so many of them?
I mean, there's a limited supply of CJ Stroud in that there's 1,500, but not every pack sold, so it's a
Mm-hmm.
constrained supply, and it's vaulted for 10 years. And right now, since CJ Stroud's playing so well, a lot of the fantasy players want him, and
Correct.
that's what's driving his price up.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I did notice what was his name? Bijan Robinson was way up.
Bijan's
Uh,
going for 55 right now.
55. Oh, I saw him at 70 earlier tonight.
Well, he's at 55. I see him at 55 right now. CJ Stroud 27.
Okay.
Um, the Jalen Hurts and Tyreek Hill crafts were 301s, and they're at 39 and 32.
I'm shocked at
So
how much those are.
why?
Just because usually like on something like a crafting challenge like that, those usually don't hold value that well. I'm just absolutely. I mean, like again, I'm not trying to
Well, yeah,
compare too much, but I mean, like you can, I mean, there's a lot more of them, but like the Jalen Hurts debut is like going for like 10, $11 and dropping. But yet this, you know, kind of,
is Hurts debut is only going for $10?
yeah,
Okay.
which is, I find that to be crazy.
Well, I mean, again, like you said, the supply is it's a lot of it's supply. So
Yeah.
I thought that
Yes.
Hurts. I thought Hurts was in the teens.
All right. You're testing me on this. Let's
I
see.
am. I'm calling you out on this one.
What did I say it was going for? I
You
said,
said $10.
let's see. Oh, it's 15.
Yeah, that sounds better.
How about
Okay. I
How about
was
this one? Peyton Hendershot, $15.
I mean,
That
yeah.
one, like now that some of these low counts are starting to drop, I had a feeling that that one was going to be one of them too.
Yep. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's the reason that Peyton Henry it's like a 1200, right? It's not he's
Right.
an uncommon basically. So
He's like an
uncommons
old school
just
rare, is what he is.
yeah, he's an old school rare slash new school uncommon. That's what he
Yep.
is. So
Yeah.
um so
How
yeah,
about? Oh, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that like when I've looked at the uncommons, what's interesting is that the CJ Stroud is the only 1,500 mint count that's in the top five, and then the next one would be Jordan Addison, who's like 13. Then you get like Mahomes, um, and then some other players and such. But a lot of the high count, I'm sorry, the high value uncommons are guys that are like the lower, the crafts, the lower counts, the guys from the Road to
Sure.
100 series. So
Yeah. I'm just curious to see. Okay, so there are only 872 of these available.
CJ Stroud's,
CJ Stroud's, 454 hidden and 174 unavailable. So it looks like, I guess technically 454 would have been sitting in packs and then 174 never got minted. That's kind of my understanding.
um, I don't. Is it that they were never minted, or is that they're just
I
not
think
put
that's why they're
anywhere?
unavailable.
Okay.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think
Are
that's my
you on?
understanding.
Where are you on the moment?
No, I'm just actually like I just clicked on the moment and they have the chart below. So
Oh, got it, got it,
yeah, so I'm seeing this job right here.
got it.
So yeah, but man,
So, well, I will say this. That's a pretty like for those packs they sold better than I realized then because if there's only 174 that are unavailable,
yeah, but the
then
454 are not
are
out
in
there either.
packs.
They're in packs
Well,
that are
no,
not going to be distributed.
that's not true. They could be in packs that are being sold in the secondary market.
Yes, but I highly doubt that there's 454. I mean,
I
how many
would not.
packs? How many packs are out there for sale from this motherfucker?
I mean, how many packs are still unopened would be the real question.
Right,
Well, let's find
right.
out.
Is that an
Those
own the
were
moment thing?
no. We can do that. We can go to the marketplace. We can go look at the packs instead of moments. All right. So packs, and then what packs were these? These were the what was the? Do you remember what the packs were?
Uh, no, I don't.
They were not hot routes.
No, they definitely weren't hot routes. They were. Hang on, I'll look. Let's see. They were. Were they not momentum? They were. Jesus. Special burn? No. I don't know. I've got so many of these challenge packs that it's tough to even
It
sift
was
through.
momentum. It was the
It
momentum
was
packs. Yep. So the momentum packs are selling for $14 in the aftermarket. And there are okay. So 58 so there's two packs for these. There's the premium and then there was the standard.
correct, correct.
The standard pack had 15,000 packs. About 5,800 are ripped. About 1,172 are held. 176 are for sale, and then 7,798 are unavailable.
So when you say
So
hell, do you mean somebody's just got it in their account and not selling it?
correct. So
What about
not
the
selling it, but
what about the premiums?
I don't know. But that's
Yeah, I
what
don't. Yeah, I
makes
don't.
me. But here's what I'm wondering though is it's like if it's half distributed, then why are so many CJ Strouds distributed?
I don't think there are as many as you think because again,
No, there are. That's what's interesting.
there's 874.
Yeah, but remember and how many are the ones that are hidden are hmm, I guess they could be in unavailable packs. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
again,
how
there's
they're.
there's 872 owned. So I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, but there's still more. Again, that's still more. So 800. Like my point is that's way more than half the moments. So there's an inordinate amount of CJ Strouds that got distributed.
That's not way more than half.
I mean, yeah,
It's
if you think about it.
1,500.
But what I'm
Eight.
saying is there's 842 already in people's hands. That doesn't even account for the ones that are still in packs that haven't been ripped yet.
That's true.
So I'm just saying there are a lot more CJ Strouds in the wild than math would tell you there should be for
Unless
whatever
own
reason.
could own. No, no, I mean they can't be owned if they're not open yet.
Well, I think part of it is this. If I look at the premium packs, those sold way better. So
Maybe
there
they
was
put
eight.
more of the.
Yeah, I don't know if they put more in there. If I think this might be why, because I'm looking at there's 8,000 premium packs, 6,000 of them got ripped,
Okay.
616 being held, 235 for sale, only 1,157 are unavailable. So that's probably why.
Right.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
there's still quite a
Let me
few.
check let me check like a just a common, an uncommon, but let me check like a like a Yannick Ngakwe or somebody like that and see
Yeah,
what his count is.
what's crazy is that
831
yeah. So the momentum packs are selling for less than they were, which
there.
makes sense because everything else in the moment, like everything else is shit in those things. So it makes sense. But
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, it looks like CJ Stroud is actually on the lesser side. I'm looking at an Aaron Donald 887.
once I saw the premium packs and how they were distributed, it made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
here's the long and the short of it is uncommon moments are in the tank. It's
Yes.
I That
I
blows
don't
my mind.
understand. Yeah, it blows
Yeah,
my mind too.
because it's like so few of them. There's, I mean, like you
Yes,
said,
but
there's what.
again, I mean, the one thing they've done a lot of great things, but my God, do a fucking challenge that gives you 15 or 20 yards, make it in like a pro section, whatever, for the move the chains or the other one. Just, I mean, it just seems like a fucking layup.
Well, and I'm sure that's coming in the playbook. That's coming down the road. I will say two things. One is there's been a lot of like there's uncommon moments have been part of the pro challenge the
Yes, I've
last few
seen that.
weeks.
That was
So
good.
that's there. And then there was a challenge right away where if you collected the whole
Yes,
set
that was the
right off the
201.
bat,
The 201.
yeah, you got the two a moment. So
And you got some like Dapper bucks or something like that?
yeah, 5 and then 50.
Sure.
Yeah, $5 and then 50. So which at the end of the day, $50 can get you,
Yeah.
10, 12 uncommon moments right now.
Yeah.
So it's it's not a bad thing.
Well, I'm also
It's
noticing with the uncommons is they're starting to get burned too,
yeah,
which
there's going to be challenges where they're going to have to get burned. So I,
yeah,
th- I'll tell you what, if you're a collector who wants to like find that short squeeze bottleneck set, they're right there.
they are.
These are them. These are them. Because again,
They
there's
are.
870 out there. I mean, let's just say every pack sells and it hits 1,000.
Okay.
That's a. I mean, you're looking at 1,000. That's 2/3 of what it should be. You've got some players in there. What's going to be key is any player that's in this set that doesn't see another moment, and there are a few of them right now.
Not many.
So
Not many
yeah,
though.
but there's a few debuts in there. There are some
Yes.
debuts in
Like
that
I
set.
saw the guy from the Packers, Luke whatever,
Luke
Jack
Musgrave.
Campbell. Yeah.
No, Luke Musgrave has he's got a dynamic moment.
Oh, okay. What about Jack Campbell?
Jack Campbell, that
From
is that. So again, that's if you're a lines collector, that could be a bottleneck moment right there. So
right, right. Yeah. That'll be
I'm
interesting to
trying
see
to.
how that one pans.
Sounds like you got a little motor race in there in the backyard.
Yeah, somebody's a motor scooter and yeah. I mean, a lot of, I mean, the one thing I will say is a lot of these moments are just kind of like they are repeats. I mean, it's
There's
almost,
okay, so I'm gonna challenge you on that. There's 64 moments in the set.
yeah.
20 of them, 20 are debuts.
Yep.
That's I mean, that's what, 10 out of 32, 5 out of 16.
Why aren't there
Can't reduce
60
it
in
down any
each? Or is,
further. So that's almost a third. That's almost a third of the moments are
yeah,
debut
but
moments.
let me read off some of these names. Yannick
I'm
Ngakwe,
looking at
Jonathan.
the list
Yeah.
of names.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
mean,
know, but like
Daniel
here's the thing.
Jones. I mean, some of these are
Yeah,
just,
no one needs a Daniel Jones moment. But there are some sneaky players. First of all, there's some sneaky players in here. Nico Collins,
yeah.
that Kyron Williams is in
But Nico
here.
Collins was part of a challenge. He was the guy. He was actually part of the Tua thing.
Oh, you're
If
right. I didn't limit my search to just the move the chain sets.
right,
All right, so I lied. I lied. I
yeah,
yeah, you
you're a
got me.
liar.
I lied.
Yeah, that's.
19 then. So
You
it's
know what I will
19.
say though. I mean, not
Jalen
that
Warren
Jamal
starting.
Adams' debut moment is in here.
Yeah. So is Jalen Warren starting running back for the Steelers just announced today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was announced that he is now the starter. I'll tell you who else is in here that I like. Josh Dobbs,
I'll
the
tell you who I like in
Pastronaut.
here. The Alex Highsmith from the Steelers,
Oh
56.
yeah, he is good.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's
No, there's and another
it's
guy, Kate Otten. Kate Otten, who
yeah,
had what 2 touchdowns last week. He's been playing pretty well.
yeah. It
Quay
seems like there's some
Walker, when
more.
he's not getting penalties, is a good ball player.
There's a lot of defensive studs in here
Yeah.
that are debuts. That's what I'm seeing.
Jerome Ford, who's been filling in. Matt Milano.
Yep.
Although I will say the guy that's filling in for Milano is like Esponza or something. It's he has been playing so good. Like I'm not a Bills fan, but I will bet money that Milano is not on the team next year because that guy is just playing way too well. Jonathan Mingo's on this list. Um, Carolina rookie, not having a great season, but still.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I wonder how some of these like rookie badge moments that are not debuts, like C.J. Stroud, Bijan Robinson, Brace Young. I wonder how those will age. You know.
I mean, people love rookie moments. The Bijan. The good thing about the Bijan is that it is a cheaper. Like, if you want to get his rare right now, it's $200. If you want to get his legendary, it's $2,000.
Okay.
So if you want, let's just say you're a Falcons fan and you just want a Bijan Robinson,
Right.
like it's $50 or whatever, $50, but that's a hell of a lot more affordable than 200 or 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
So it at
Yeah.
least it gets you a Bijan moment for fantasy, for just having one for the your Falcons, for your
Sure.
love of the Falcons. So
Yes. I agree. I agree. I hope they don't put out another moment of. I don't think they will. I
he's
don't.
not playing well enough, honestly, for them to do it. So
Yeah, he's
I
on the
don't.
Falcons. I think once they get Heineke out of there and Ritter back in, I think they'll. I mean, Heineke's hurt, so
Well, Heineke's out of there and Ritter's back in, but it's the play calling, dude. They're just not giving him the ball. It's just crazy.
yeah.
So, um, anyway, there's some
Yep.
interesting games this weekend. We got a good Thursday night game. We got a good Monday night game. We kind of
Who
got
was the
some
Thursday?
Bengals Ravens in Baltimore, which was a game we actually went to last year, the in
That's true.
Baltimore game, which was an amazing game. Came right down to the very end when Justin Tucker kicked the field goal.
That's true.
Ravens are 4-point favorites. What do you? We're 1-0 on that. We gave a recommendation last time on a Thursday night game, and we got it right.
Yeah. Boy, I
What are you
don't
thinking
know.
on this one?
And you're saying it's in Baltimore?
It's in Baltimore. It's Cincinnati at Baltimore. Cincinnati +4.
Something's just telling me Cincinnati's going to pull it out.
Oh, you think Cincinnati's straight up?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that amount of faith. I think it's definitely possible. I
Yeah.
feel like this is another Justin Tucker wins it at the last minute. So I would say if you're in a state that allows betting, I would put my money on Cincinnati +4. So I think Cincinnati will cover the spread. I don't know if they will win the game, but I think they'll keep it within a field goal.
Got it.
That's my guess. So
Yeah.
I guess we're both saying Cincinnati +4 is the way to go. We'll see. We'll see if we're right again or not, and we'll come back. Who knows? Maybe this is going to turn into a gambling show because all
nobody's
day
buying
is just
low.
going to all day's going to tank, and we'll just turn it into a gambling show.
Well, I'll tell you who I won't be betting on, and that's my Jaguars because they got smoked this week, 34-3 by the 49ers.
You know what though? Teams just put up games like that. I mean,
They do.
honestly, it's
Yeah.
like as someone who's not a Jags fan, I wouldn't. That was a really good team that you were
Yes.
playing. It was a really
Oh, yeah.
good team that had lost 3 in a row, and they
Mhm.
had a lot more to prove. You guys were on like a 5-game win streak. You guys
We're
were
not
fat
anymore.
cats. Well, you were fat cats, they were hungry dogs. You guys lost.
Oh
So
yeah,
if the rules, yeah, I mean, this is like a good week for Jaguars to look like if the Jaguars should go out and destroy the Titans. Like
right,
they should be able to pressure Levis into interceptions and bad passes.
right. This
They
should
should
be
load
like
the
a
line up
redemption
against
game.
Henry.
And
Yeah,
then I believe the next week after that is the Texans.
that is a hot team.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I the Texans play. They're hosting the Cardinals this week.
I kind
Kyler
of wonder
Murray's
if the
back.
Cardinals don't win that game.
I think the Cardinals are going to win that game.
I thought the same thing because the Texans are so hot, and it's like the Cardinals are
Yeah,
just kind of like
they're sneaky.
getting their mojo back.
I don't
I'll
have
be
the
curious to see
balls.
it. I'll be curious to see
Yeah,
what that Kyler Murray debut rare does, because that thing was down to like $33. That used
yeah.
to be a $450. There's a lot of things that used to be, but
Well, yeah,
right. But
exactly.
I mean, that thing was strong in the 400s,
Yeah,
300s for a
yeah,
long
because he
time.
was good, and
Yeah.
then he kind of
All right, I gotta look
petered
this
out.
up. Let's see. Has it changed? I
The
want
what?
to.
The value of Kyler Murray?
Yeah, I want to see. Has it? Because it was like 33 strong,
I'll
and
bet it's
I.
up a little bit. I'll bet it's up a little bit. Everything's been up because you're talking about prices in like October, like early October, were lower. They've just all gone up since then.
Okay. Okay.
But
So what
let's
do you
see,
think? What do you think it's at?
in the 40s.
It's at 40 even.
Okay.
So it looks like people picked up all the 35s, 38s, 37s, 33s. I mean, that thing sold for 29 at one point, 27, 25, 24. Oh
Yeah.
man.
I bet those 25 and 24s were in early October.
And then there's Dev Drew, who bought the number two Kyler Murray for $2,222. I'm sorry, Dev Drew.
Hey,
Jesus.
yeah.
Gosh.
All right. R.I.P. Dev Drew.
Somebody bought number 325 for $1,100. Ouch.
Wait, they bought number 325 for
Yes.
no, that's just someone like trying to move money between accounts or something.
No, I mean, dude, like somebody bought 103 for 750. Somebody bought 264 for 720.
Jeez. Well, that was probably back in
I
like
mean, how about this? I
2021.
mean, Kookaburra bought number 23 for $700, 699.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Kyler
this was
Murray
an
was
expense.
like the dude right
Yeah,
when
he
this
was
first
a
came
dude.
out. Gosh,
Yeah, he was.
there's a lot of people that spent $600 on those moments. Not to say that I didn't spend a boatload on a Trevor Lawrence debut moment myself.
Oh, dude, yeah. I
Yeah,
I'm ashamed to say how much I paid for a Pat Mahomes debut.
yeah. There's a few of them out there that are.
Yeah. R.I.P. my wallet on that one. Could have just waited and got it for whatever half
I
price, but
mean
no.
that's like I mean, but like the question is, do you got the balls to go in there and scoop up like three of them now?
I mean, that's just it too. It's like that. There are people who are doing that. I've seen there are people out there who are buying up some of these. Like, I mean, if you're a long term collector, buying a Pat Mahomes debut moment
Correct.
is like that's 4D chess in this thing right now because everybody's focused on like all the shiny,
Yep.
legendary, you know, dynamics that are just coming out and stuff. And while that's happening, people are selling off debut Pat Mahomes for whatever $400 or $500.
Yeah. Let's see what
That's
Patrick Mahomes is going for.
he's got to be above that now. He was down for a
Four
minute
ninety
there.
five. 495.
Jeez.
So hear this, okay?
Yep.
Somebody got one for 425, 445, 450. There's a ton of people who got them under 495. A
Yeah.
ton.
Yeah. Did anybody get him under 400? That's my question.
It appears as though no. It looks like the closest was. It looks like the one of the most recent ones was Bricks and Nicks. Bricks Nicks got him for 425.
Okay.
Okay. And here's the other one that I see that I look at and I'm like, ugh. The Justin Herbert. That one is dangerously low.
What's that at?
150. Average sale, $1,200.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know anybody who got in the average, would you?
No.
No, I don't know anybody either. Okay,
Yeah.
selected by, let's just see here. Or wait a minute, let's look at. So somebody got him for 146, 149. So right now, let me just say this. If you want a Justin Fields, man, go out there and get it because this is 146, 145. This is like bottom
Justin
of the
Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Not don't buy Justin Fields. Jesus.
What are you thinking?
Yeah. I'm
Dude,
telling you right
so
now, this is the
top
lowest.
look at the top sale for Justin Herbert. $13,000.
Yeah. That's a heartbreaker right there.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, somebody by the name of Do It for Johnny 770 or 767.
Do it for Johnny. Oh
I mean,
yeah,
he
I
did
remember
get the
that
jersey
name.
number,
That's a jersey number, yeah. So all right.
but oh man, dude, these are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like the top like 20 of these are easily over $1,500.
You know what's crazy is these are only 900. These are only 900s. Like this is to me the best
899.
this yeah, the
I think
single best series you can get. Launch Code Series 1
yeah.
has so many studs in it.
How about
AJ
this?
Brown debut.
I'm
The
going to go
yeah,
out there
there's
on a limb and say something even crazier.
all
There's
right, hit me.
word on the street today is that Bill Belichick's going to go to the Chargers.
Really?
Yeah,
I
that was
thought
like
the
a.
Commanders wanted him.
I heard that I keep hearing the Commanders and I keep hearing the Chargers because he likes living in Los Angeles. I'm just saying, what if he goes out to LA, gets with this dude, and they start winning like crazy? Crazier things have happened. I'm probably going to go out tonight and I'm going to buy a Justin Herbert for 150.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to do that.
I think you should. I don't think that's a bad idea.
I mean, yes, it can go
Dude,
lower.
he is look. Like, here's what I'll say: go watch his game against the Lions last week.
Right.
He is so good. Like the where he puts the ball
Yeah.
with like the throws and stuff, he is so good. The problem is that the people around him are not. It's like the defense let him down so bad, dude. Oh God, yeah. Anyway, I feel bad for Justin Herbert because he is super talented
Yeah.
and just not on the
Not on the
right
best
team.
team.
Yeah, and he just signed that huge contract, so it's like he's not going anywhere. So I don't know, whatever.
Hey, he's well paid.
I mean,
But
dude, yeah, exactly. He's like this. He's like this generation's Dan Marino.
ooh, I don't know if I'd go there yet.
I would.
Anyway, what I'll say is this is that Justin Herbert, not Justin Fields, go out there and get one because I think that would be
Yeah,
there's some buys out there, man. There's just
yeah, there are.
I mean, I don't think there's many buys to me in the dynamic space. I think when you get to the off season,
Yeah,
those dynamic moments are going to go off a fucking cliff. And I'm just going to be there going and just buying them all up because I think we're going to see
yeah.
like we're going to see those hit of fucking I mean, yeah, those are going to go off a
You,
cliff.
so I'll just say this: Pat Mahomes. I'm looking at him right now. It's just because you piqued my curiosity. There are four Mahomes listed at 495, 495, 500, 500, and after that, it jumps to 699.
Somebody would drop their price down again.
I'm sure they would, but I'm just saying, like, I think, like, again, there's 900 of these things.
Mm-hmm.
how many times are they going to get cycled and sold or whatever? I'm just starting to wonder if we're not seeing.
We're coming up on the end of the season somewhat. That's like, listen, I think this is when we're going to see, to me, this
Yeah.
is when we're going to see the best deals that we're ever going to see with this product if it makes it.
So I hear you. I'll say two things. One is the best deals we saw were actually last season in the season at the end, like December. Like remember in
Yes.
December of last
Yeah.
season was when we started seeing like bananas deals. So
Yes.
especially as like teams fall out of playoff contention, become less
Yes.
relevant, like things like that. So I agree with you. I think we'll see some of that. The one caveat I'll throw is if we are at the beginning of a bull run and people are starting to like that money starts to again, you never know. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that could make things again. I wouldn't bank on it, but that's my wild card. That's my
Here's
wild
my
card that
wild
I'm
card
throwing
is
down
that people are going to sell off their moments to buy
to get
crypto,
crypto.
to get the crypto. So again, if you're playing what you referred to as 4D chess, wait for them to drop that off because they're desperate. I'm already seeing that the banner year moments are the ones where it's like, if you look at the price of those banner year moments that used to be so up here, the
Yeah,
Giants are $49.
yeah. Well, it's the Giants.
It is the Giants, but you couldn't get that moment for like under like $90 for like the longest time.
Well,
Maybe it
yeah,
was
it
a
was
little bit
needed.
less. But I
It was
mean,
needed in challenges and stuff. But you're right. It's what's crazy is it'll be $49 until the minute you need it for a challenge, and then all of a sudden it'll be back to 99. So
right. So again, if you're a collector, which
yeah,
we
if you want
are,
to play
if you're a
4D chess,
yeah,
gotcha.
if you want to do that, you just be patient because the
Right.
somebody will be ready to sell it off and collect on their whatever, they'll take a loss and there you go. So,
All right.
yep.
All right. Well, we have rambled on for over an hour, so if you're still with us, we
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. We love it. We always appreciate seeing what people have to say. So until next one, peace.